Hi, guys. Today I will be doing an exclusive interview, and I'm super excited to introduce Toya J. Thank you so much for being with me today.
It's a pleasure, and thank you for having me.
So, I just want you to know the main reason I wanted to interview you was because you have a book, Bold Deliberations, and I think as a female, there's so much that can be said. Our voices need to be heard. So, the fact that you wrote a book talking about being bold, because confidence is key, means a lot to me. So, I want to first start off with the title Bold Deliberations. Where did that come from?
Actually, bold. I started with bold, and because of my journey and my experiences, so bold to me is brilliantly overcoming life's disappointments, and then her liberation. Because throughout this process and my self-discovery, I became free. So her liberation is basically it's bold, and I'm liberated because I'm a free woman.
Got it. So we got to get into the disappointments because, of course, I feel like to reach greatness, sometimes you have to go through something.
Absolutely.
Yeah, so you definitely have a story that is really unique and I think will encourage a lot of people. And I just want to start off with that so they have an understanding of your journey and your path.
Let me take a sip of wine.
Yes, you know what? I'm going to take it with you because I know.
Okay. So, I'm actually a social worker. So I migrated to this country in 2001 and started going to college, and I had this grandiose idea of becoming an attorney. However, I did not prepare myself adequately and just decided to just walk in and take the LSATs. And of course, I flunked it miserably. So my ego was really bruised. And I decided, okay, fine, I'm not even going to try anymore, forget it. So I decided that I'm just going to go to grad school because I've always wanted to be a social worker anyway, right? So in 2013, I graduated from Fordham University with my master's degree. And I have been working then prior to that as with the child welfare population. And let's fast forward to 2017. I was at work meeting with a client, and unfortunately, she decided to take off with her child. And I was not thinking. I decided, oh, this is not happening, not on my watch. And of course, I jump into action. Luckily, I was able to take the child from her, but in the process of me making sure that everyone got back inside to the agency safely, I turned my back. The moment I turned my back, she smacked me in my left temple twice. I fell, had a concussion, had 2 surgeries, and I was home for an extended period of time. And during this time period, I got really depressed. It was really difficult for me because I'm such an independent woman, and to just suddenly lose all my independence. I remember after I had my first surgery on July 28, 2017, I was actually scheduled to go to Jamaica on my trip for my vacation, and that didn't happen. Instead, I was in a hospital having surgery. After I came out, I had to wear this restricted collar for like 6 weeks. I slept, well, I didn't really sleep. I had to now stay on a recliner because I could not be in my bed. The pain was so excruciating. And of course, I had the support of my family. Thank God for that. They were amazing, but somehow my need for intimacy and companionship heightened, and I was single. Well, I'm still single. So at that point in time, there was no way I could fulfill that desire. And I decided to start writing what I'm thinking and what I'm feeling. And I literally traveled to Fantasyland. And that's just where I'm at.
Well, first, I want to say I'm so sorry for everything that you went through because that's something you don't really anticipate. I don't think anyone does. And for you to overcome it is something that's truly amazing and a blessing. And I really want to find out from you, how did you find the, I guess, motivation to even record what you were feeling? Because I know if you go through depression sometimes, you have all these thoughts, but it's really hard to put it down on paper. It's really hard to record it or to do anything.
So I guess this goes back to me being a writer. I've always been writing. Was always my escape from the imperfect world. I would just challenge this and get into my perfect world through writing. And I guess it's also with my spiritual faith, because with God, everything is possible with me. This book is just really the egg in the cake, because there's a lot more to come. The difference with this experience, it's that it humbled me to a different level altogether, because now I was forced to fight even harder. As a social worker, I was in denial for such an extensive period of time. And I was so angry at this parent for hurting me that badly, because I'm saying to myself, I'm just doing my job. And now, just because of one indiscretion, I'm going to suffer possibly for the rest of my life, because it doesn't end. And I had to figure out, it was July 4th, 2017. I had an epiphany. I was sitting at home around my dining table, and I was mortified. I felt so dejected. And I said to myself, this is enough. I need to stop being a victim. I need to get my act together. This is ridiculous. This is not what God wants for me. I need to stop saying, oh, why me? Why not me? And that's when the light bulbs went off, and I decided to seek professional help. And I'm like, I'm going to get my shit together.